Thanks so much for your time. So, guys,
Oh,
for
no,
those that
anytime.
are joining, Eldred is currently in Ireland, and I just wanted to find out more what's happening in his area. Of course, everybody knows here in South Africa, we're on lockdown since last night, and it's only been implemented on Thursday. But the Eldred have been on lockdown for quite some time. So, but before Eldred, tell us, what are you doing in Ireland and how's life there before we get into the serious issues?
Well, we've been in Northern Ireland, and we'll just maybe make that clear that Northern Ireland is part of the UK, and we've been here about 10 years now. Although we've been in the UK since 2001.
Okay.
So we work here as dentists, both me and Michelle, my wife, and then we own the laser business as well that does laser tattoo removal and skin treatments as well.
Okay, nice.
Um, So we've been in lockdown since I think roughly the 16th of March, but it was not official in the sense that we started the lockdown, I think sensibly as well, where restaurants started to close, pubs started to close, and businesses started to slowly close as well because they were seeing what was going on around the world. And I think it was a good thing that they were proactive about it because obviously it keeps the numbers down of people contracting the virus. Um, I've been in isolation now for roughly a week. Our little girl, she had a cough, and according to the regulations and the rules, we were supposed to self-isolate ourselves for 2 weeks because she has a cough, not knowing if she has it or not. She's much better now, and I don't think I don't think she had it.
Hmm.
However, it was only right that we stayed home. So we haven't worked for roughly about a week, and we're off for another week as well.
Okay.
Um, the tricky thing, obviously, is getting food and things like that. We're not allowed to go to the shops personally, so we had to ask a friend to bring us food, and then she would have left it at the door, and we had to open the door and drag it in. Yeah. So I think just because we are in isolation, other people they can go to the shops and they can buy their groceries, um, but they advise people to go on their own. Don't
Hmm.
drag everybody along.
Hmm.
Um, and then, unfortunately, probably I don't know how much it's happening in South Africa, but people are stockpiling stuff unnecessarily.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know about the big thing about the toilet rolls in the whole of the world. So,
Yeah.
um, and then I think work for us is tricky. Being dentists, we're sort of in the firing line, very close to patients, close in proximity to their faces. And unfortunately, I think when people get the virus, the first couple of days, you might not show any symptoms. So those people can still give it to other people. And then I think there's a big issue in the UK and probably in Europe as well with getting the right masks and the right gloves and the right protection. Um, and we're starting to set up dental centers where patients can be treated there rather than in practice.
Hmm.
Because at the moment we're running on skeleton staff.
Hmm.
Um, we have maybe two dentists on at a time, only doing maybe 2, 3 hours and only seeing emergencies only.
Wow.
We are not allowed to do routine treatment. Well, you can also imagine that with our drills that we do create an aerosol,
Yeah.
and that aerosol again can carry the virus and give it to other people as well.
Wow.
And the concern, obviously, as well is bringing it home and giving it to someone else that you know, or younger patients coming in being healthy. And if I am the carrier, then they can carry it back home and give it to granny and granddad and things like that. So people are quite concerned about it. There's been 2 deaths here in Londonderry, or in Northern Ireland rather, since the outbreak. Hospitals are running low on, again, protective gear and also ventilators as well. They've actually started to ask dentists who has got 3D printers to
Wow.
print components for ventilators
Wow.
because there's such a big shortage in it. So yeah, so but we're getting on. I think killing the boredom is one thing, and trying to stay into that routine of still getting up in the morning, although you've got nothing to do, and still doing some exercise and still making sure to take a shower and do the rest of
Yeah.
it as well. So we started to spring clean. Look at this spring here. We started to spring clean just because we don't have anything better to do and we can't go out of the house as much.
Yeah.
Managed to wash the car, managed to mow the lawn, and we do go for walks as well, just to stay busy. But
Yeah.
then, like the neighbor popped over the fence, and we obviously kept our distance. So he stood about probably 5-6 meters away from me, just to chat. So, is there anything specific you still think you want to know, or
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. So basically, maybe just so are you under state of emergency or you're just under state of disaster, or police patrolling the roads? It's like dead quiet everywhere.
it is actually quite quiet. It is strange to we've got quite a big road running in front of our house, and you can see there's a big difference in the amount of cars that go by. And then I've also heard that the shops are much quieter, but town is dead in the sense that people are staying home because they are advised to do so. And then you can imagine as well is if the pubs and the restaurants are closed, nobody has a reason to go out. There's a couple of nice initiatives that's going on in town when it comes to restaurants. The one pizza restaurant has put together some dough and cheese and basically a recipe in a bag and left it for people to collect so that they can spend time with their kids and to make pizzas.
Wow, that's
And then others share maybe recipes online as well. So it's quite interesting and nice to see that people are actually helping each other, and also carrying food to those who are vulnerable, and especially older people who can't get
yeah.
out as
Yeah.
much as well.
Tell me something, Eldred. So, if you guys get symptoms of being ill, what happens? Can you just go to the doctor, or do they come to your house? Or how does it work?
No. When you get sick, the advice is to stay home. And if you get really sick, then you can go to hospital. When it comes to doctors at the moment, doctors are closed.
Oh, wow.
To, However, they do take phone consultations. So they won't see patients face to face at all. And I think that's probably a good strategy. Obviously, the downside is I think there will still be people who needs to be seen. But the advice is when we get sick is to stay home. If you get really, really bad, and then there is a number that we should phone to get advice on what we should do. So I can't say that there is suggested treatments out there or taking any medication in that sense.
Okay. And
But basically keep yourself away from other people.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's the advice.
And then tell me something, lastly, your period of lockdown, how long is it? And are talks of being extended?
Yeah, it's a little bit up in the air. Sorry, you just disappeared there. A little bit up in the air in the sense that I think it's going to be longer than what we expect it's going to be. I think it's roughly 3 months at the moment. 3 months at the moment. But I think the question is even after the virus dies down, how long is it still going to be around
Yeah,
afterwards?
yeah,
So a little bit of a tricky question to answer from me as just a layperson, if you can put it
yeah,
that way.
yeah.
So a tricky one. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I think 3 weeks or I say 3 months would probably be a good time to do it.
Wow.
But it's a long time because obviously there's the financial impact on absolutely everybody,
Yeah, yeah,
which is the crazy part. We're quite fortunate in the sense that the government is helping, especially employed people.
yeah.
We're still talking about self-employed people, and there's some help. And we're
Wow.
trying to put things on hold, like mortgages,
Mm.
whether it is only paying interest or putting the mortgage on hold. just for the next 3 months or so, just to catch up with what's going on.
Yeah. No, because our president, on Monday or last night, they announced that we are on lockdown for 21 days. And everything is closed except your essential services, hospitals, retail stores, people
Yeah.
may not be outside. I saw also some of the armies also going to president of South Africa to monitor the situation. So, and I mean, it's quite scary here in South Africa because we've got, I think we're just over 500 cases, positive cases, no deaths
Yeah.
yet. So I think we're on the
It's
curve
great.
of, we're on the curve of incline. But it's quite scary. It's like, I don't understand. I don't think a lot understand how surreal it's going to be not to be able to go outside. I mean, if you look at Paarl
Yeah.
alone, I mean, you must be able to tell people to stay at home. It's probably going to be very difficult.
Yeah, strange. I was just thinking about you saying about the police there. I can't say that I'm seeing police actively going around for that purpose, but I've seen a few posts on Facebook where teenagers are the ones who are actually still congregating and getting together in the parks, whether they have a drink or not, and then the police do disperse them. And I think it's very irresponsible of them, considering that they're actually putting other people's lives in danger rather than just their themselves. So,
Yeah.
but I can't say the army's round. The thing is, it's a strange thing here in Northern Ireland. In England, if you're there, when we lived in England, if you see a policeman, you very rarely see them with a gun.
Yeah.
And here in Northern Ireland, they do actively wear guns.
Wow.
And in fact, I think they are definitely something similar to AK-47s.
Wow.
So it's quite an interesting country to live in, but not as unsafe as people might think it is, just
Yeah.
because of the previous troubles before. And it's interesting that the border for Ireland is about probably 15 minutes drive away, 20 minutes drive away. So if in fact, from our house, if I can look outside, I can see part of Ireland, the
Yeah.
south, as well. So any plans from your side to do anything? I think you know what I do appreciate is you making people aware of, well, many things in Paarl, but especially this is a big thing,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping people don't take it as lightly as I think some will. It is actually quite serious.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I started to speak to you guys that have been in lockdown for a period, just to tell other human beings what it is like. Firstly, to be under lockdown. Firstly, how important it is to stay at home. Firstly, the dangers of this virus. Because I think, I mean, it's just natural. We've never experienced something like this. So to tell people to stay at home, to not go out, to not walk around us, I mean, it's a surreal experience.
Yeah. It is. I think the thing is with the president. I think it's great that they came out and said something, because yeah, things were delayed for a while, and I think businesses took the initiative to start doing things on their own. And I think, and I know I mentioned 3 months, but I think 3 weeks is a good start, and then you can always extend that if necessary.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping people will listen to it and that they will support each other. And I think it will bring the community together. Like, yeah, it is phenomenal how people have actually helped each other with things.
Nice.
Even with masks, I think it's not the right mask, and it's not always say it's better than nothing. But there's even a company that is actually sewing masks for people, and they
Wow.
can wash it and things like that. And again, it's not the exact protective wear that you want, but again, it's probably do from day to day if you just walk around outside.
No, totally. So I would just lastly give Paul advice what not to do and what to do.
Well, I think just listen when they say stay home. Do stay home and minimize going out and mingling with people. Los I bereid nou. You can always do it at a later date.
Yeah.
And I think things to do as well is to stay as healthy as you can, especially mentally. It will drive you nuts being at home. Strange, me and Michelle, we've said, she said it out loud. She said, she doesn't think we're still going to be married. We'll probably be divorced at the end of this 2 weeks. And I said to stranger, I was thinking the same thing. But I think stay active to an extent and eat as healthily as you can, and look after yourself, and also look around you, what is going on as well. Don't take things for granted as well.
But Eldred, thanks so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. But you must
Miles,
keep in touch.
I think it's a privilege to speak to you. Like I said, everybody follows you in what you do. It's an awesome idea.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
Great. Have a good day.
See you. Thanks so much for your time. Bye-bye.
Yeah, cheers.